Okay guys, I'm here today with Jared Welman, huge honor for me. Guys, Jared is one of the main instructors here at my school, Bernardo Faria Academy in Bedford, Massachusetts. And he just got his black belt like 2 or 3 months ago, so first video as a black belt. And guys, Jared has one instructional called Fix Your Fundamentals. And here, he is the guy who teaches most of the fundamentals class. And he's an amazing instructor for the fundamentals stuff. And today he's going to share with us here a little bit about what is in the structure of Fix Your Fundamentals. And you guys will see how great of an instructor he is.
Well, thank you, Bernardo. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. So this Fix Your Fundamentals instructional is a little bit of the entire game for somebody that's learning Jiu-Jitsu or trying to fill in some holes in their foundation. So if you've never done Jiu-Jitsu, you don't understand the grips, maybe the point system, the top game, the bottom, etc. So the idea is it's going to show you some takedowns, just 1 or 2, so you have a good idea how to get the game to the mat. You might learn how to pull guard and understanding the grips you need. You're going to learn some sweeps. You're going to learn how to pass guard. You're going to learn some side control escapes, some submissions from out. It's a little bit of everything. A lot of times people start and they might be in class and learn a hip bump sweep. And that's great. The hip bump sweep is a great move. And then you try to live roll and you can't figure out how to get there. It never works. And you're like, this is terrible. So understanding, hey, if I'm here, I'm playing guard, Bernardo's on his knees, I need to get to a position to get to the hip bump sweep. So for example, I might pull to close guard. And one of the ways we teach is if I go for a grip here, Bernardo's gonna break this very quick, right? But there's a second. And when I look, if we pause right as he goes to break, as he's here, I see the hip line exposed. I put my foot there, I lock him here, and now his posture's broken, I'm in closed guard. It's hard for him to break here. There's a second where I can clear his hand and get him to the mat, and I'm set up for that hip bump sweep. So now I can go, I can open, I sit up, I move, I sweep, boom, and I'm in mount. So we start learning that idea of how do I pull to guard, what the closed guard is, getting to mount, and then we would work from there. Here's an arm bar, and when they defend the arm bar, here's a cross collar choke, etc. So this instructional is a little bit of everything. It's not a lot. You're not going to have 15 takedowns, especially if you're a white belt or blue belt. You'll never remember them. But it will have a little bit of everything, so you can watch it, come into roll, and understand the entire game. That's the whole point of the instruction.
Yeah, so Jared, I watched the instructional, and what came to my mind is almost like the essential moves that everybody needs in order to kind of like get started and dominate the basics and go from there.
That's it.
But Jared, I love the example that you gave about pulling guard, because you showed how to do it wrong and how to do it right. And the right way would be pretty much like capitalizing on the timing, right, while I'm trying to break the grip. Then you place the foot on my hip. Could you try to show an example as well of a similar example for guard passing?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. For sure. Like, let's say, for example, if I'm standing, in fact, for a lot of fundamentals, people start on their knees. And we'll even go over that. The knees, I have to go maybe slower and with pressure, where if I'm standing, I'm much more mobile. But sometimes when you're brand new, you're like, I don't even know what to do. I'll just kind of stand over my partner. And then they get grips and they start sweeping and throwing you.
I agree.
So we look at the idea of Bernardo's being on his back here. I might come to the feet and get grips. I might look at getting control of hip and knees, right? I don't want to come into his guard.
Yeah, guys, pay attention how far his legs are from me, you know. Like, so it's kind of hard for me to chase him. Like, I would need to stretch my legs to chase him. Right. Totally different if he's too close to me, then now I can go underneath him and things like that.
100%. So yeah, even the distance and stance, I'm not leaning forward. So let's do like a basic one, a circle pass. This is a one that everybody starts to turn a little bit like this. I don't want to reach. But if I'm here and I grip and control, look at my base here. I'm strong on his knee, I'm controlling the hip, I'm blocking the knee here. I know when I circle, he's gonna frame. We meet this frame. We learn how to move this bottom knee from here, and now I can start pulling to side control. So in live rolls, is it gonna happen this easy? Probably not, but we start with that concept. And if I come here and he frames, maybe I back out and I come to this side. So we're not gonna get super complicated. It's gonna be too much to remember in live rolls. But giving you that 1, 2, 3 kind of option will be huge. So I circle pass, they defend, maybe we build to a knee slice. If you're on the bottom, we're gonna do the escapes too. How to frame. Sometimes the vocabulary, how to frame, how to
people don't know what means frame. Like, that's a great point. Yeah, they never done jiu-jitsu before.
Right, or even they frame with bent arms, they try to push. Notice when Bernardo framed, straight arms to keep space, and then he's gonna learn how to move and et cetera, et cetera. So you would learn how to hip escape properly. Put the feet back in and recover your guard.
Yeah.
This is something, especially when people get to blue belts, purple belt, they're like, I don't know how to recover guard. People are smashing me.
Yep.
We want to fix that.
No, that makes total sense. And Jared, one more question for you. So like, every time you have a new student here in the school, 90% of the times, you are the one who takes care of that new student. And that's on purpose.
Yeah.
Because you're great with the people who has never done jiu-jitsu before.
Yeah.
So what's the one tip here you would give to who's watching the video, either for the instructors who are about to teach a new student, or even for the student, the guy who has never done jiu-jitsu before, he's thinking about doing, maybe he just got started or he's about to get started. What's your tip here? Like,
that's a good question.
Maybe for both, one for the instructor and one for the student.
That's a good question. Actually, I like that question because I think of when students come in here sometimes, right? They're blank slate, like they don't know anything. And that's the best way to be. You're gonna come to class and whatever your coach or instructor is telling you, you're gonna take in. You're like, okay, great. If you come in and you start questioning and say, well, that move wouldn't work, or I wouldn't do it that way, we'll realize as a white belt when you're learning, we have to slow things down. So you're learning different moves, but it takes a while to zoom back out to the full game. So the one tip is when you come to class, take it all in, but ask questions after class. Hey, you showed me the hip bump sweep. How do I get there? What do I do to finish it? How long do I need to hold mount to get the points from the sweep? Like you're gonna find as you get better and better and you're doing this longer, you'll have questions, but keep the open mind. Absorb stuff. Don't question. Don't say, oh, that wouldn't work because I saw, somebody else say it wouldn't work. Like,
yeah. So basically be respectful to the information that you're
100%.
Yeah.
I still see high-level guys that come to advanced classes with an open mind. That's how you get better. You have to be a white belt mentality.
And what is the tip you would give for the instructor who is teaching the guy who has never done jiu-jitsu before?
This is a good one, is don't get frustrated with students. They don't know. Our job as a coach is to help the students learn.
Right.
So the person walks in with their belt tied wrong, they didn't know to cut their nails, that's okay. I'm gonna help them learn. And it builds from there. So if I help them with tying their belt and how to bow to step on the mat or whatever your school or academy does, now when I help them with the scissor sweep, they'll trust me, right? So you build trust by making sure you're helping them get better and being patient about it.
No, that's awesome. That's why you're the guy who teaches it.
I love doing it. I love this stuff. It's the best part. We're teaching jiu-jitsu to people. It's great.
Yeah. So guys, as you can see, like we choose Jared to be the person who teaches like most of the fundamentals class here in the school because he's great about it. And he has a series on BJJ Fanatics called Fix Your Fundamentals. And he's also a mobility instructor, which he also has instructional videos about mobility at BJJFanatics.com. So make sure to check it out. As you can see, he's great. He's a great instructor. He knows really well how to communicate, how to pass the information. So he's a great guy to learn from. So hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you, Jared. Please help me out to grow my YouTube channel. Just click subscribe. And to watch more videos, just click under see more videos. I hope you enjoyed.
BJJFanatics.com. Use the promo code YouTubeFaria to get 10% off any instructional video. Improve your jiu-jitsu faster.